What's up, you guys? It's your girl Valerie, and today I'm gonna be doing a story time. So make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, you guys are just in time to meet baby girl. So guys, you guys are yet to meet baby girl, and that's the very first thing I'm gonna be doing. This story time is gonna be about my labor and delivery for the baby. She is 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Yeah, she was born on October 31st. And pretty much I tried to blog and get you guys every detail I could for you guys, but it didn't happen the way I planned. So I decided it's best to do like a little story time for y'all, and that way you guys could also meet the baby. So yeah. So this is Ariella Scarlett. I fed her before the video. She was awake, but as soon as I fed her, she went straight to sleep. So there it is, she's sleeping. But yeah, let's get straight to the video, guys. So on the 29th of October, I had a doctor's appointment, and I was 3 centimeters dilated, and I was 3 centimeters dilated for I think a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and no sign of her, and she wasn't coming. I mean, I was in constant pain, but nothing yet. So that Saturday, I remember I decided to go for a walk at the mall, and because my boyfriend had to do some stuff at the get some stuff, and I was like, okay, like maybe this walk is gonna do good for me. It wasn't until like I was already having pain all day, like I was having contractions on and off all day, but it wasn't until like we were ready to leave the mall that it started to like get stronger, and I was like having to stop to like breathe in and breathe out, like, and take those breaks. I was like, okay, the pain is so intense, but it's not like I could take it. I could take the pain. I was like, oh my god, like this is bad, like the pains are strong. I could feel the pressure, I could feel it, but they're like, I don't know, like I was still okay, I was still talking, I was still walking. It wasn't like really like ooh badly. And then I remember we left and we went to his brother's house, and I was trying to eat, and I started to time them, and they were like literally like a minute apart, 2 minutes apart, and I was like, okay, but they weren't intense, but I feel them. They're like I would take a break. I just felt more of the pressure, not the cramping. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just go home. I'm gonna get the bags ready. Like, I'm gonna get the stuff, and I'm gonna shower. Because I don't want to go to the doctor's office. I don't know about you, if you guys go like that. But I wanted to make sure I was clean, my hoo-ha was clean, all that. So I remember I'm gonna go and take a shower. And obviously my boyfriend's running around, all nervous, bringing bags downstairs to the car. And as I'm already like undressing myself to take a quick shower, and I decided to go and urinate. Like I'm peeing on the freaking toilet, and I'm wiping myself. And as soon as I stand up, I'm trying to wipe, and I just feel like this like slimy stuff. And when I'm like, okay, I have my boyfriend check, because obviously I have a big belly and I really can't check. So I had my boyfriend check for me, and it was my mucus plug. My mucus plug just completely fell out, and it was bloody. It was a lot of mucus plug, like a lot. And I was like, okay, so this is it. I'm in labor now. Like I know it. So I knew it because it happened similar to like my second daughter's birth experience. It happened similar like that. And I know for other moms out there, they have their mucus plug, and maybe they don't give birth for days, like days later or weeks later. But for me, like it happened like the same day. So it was already probably like 10:30 at night. So I was like, okay, let's hurry up because I gotta make it to the hospital, whatnot. And anyways, I cleaned myself. It was all bloody, and the contractions weren't as bad and stuff. So anyways, I bring bags to my mom, because my oldest, was staying with her that night, and we're on the way to the hospital. And I think that's when I started to do the blog for you guys. But anyways, so I was there, and it was already like 11 I was like, oh my God, guys, I think this is it. It's already like, it's October 30th, and who knows, if I don't give birth within the half hour, I make it to the what are you doing? To the half hour, I make it to the hospital. She's actually gonna be born on October 31st. So she's gonna be a Halloween baby. And anyways, guys, this thing is, I get to the hospital. They went in, they brought me, they checked me. They took a while. They prepared me pretty much. They checked, like, did the little contraction bell, the heartbeat, and I was just there for a good probably 2 hours without being seen by nobody. And okay, I'm like, oh my God, my contractions are bad, but they're not bad. So I'm like already in fear that they're gonna send me home. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's up, guys. She's up. Say hi. Hi. Okay. So I was in fear because I was like, you could tell the monitor was catching all my contractions, and I was pretty much in active labor. And here comes the midwife, like the nurses and doctors, and she's like, let me go check you to see, to see if you had dilated anymore. And when she checked me, mind you guys, I got to the house, I was already 3 centimeters. So when they actually finally checked me, I was moving up to 4. I was already at 4 centimeters, and she was like, I could say almost 5, but I'll say 4. You're almost 5 centimeters. I was like, okay, like I'm okay. What's gonna happen now? And at that moment, guys, she was like, I'm gonna talk to my team, because I feel like we should just keep you here because we could see you are in active labor, but we could also just send you home so you could be home and then come when you're like fully ready. And I was like, okay, I don't want to go home. like let me know what I gotta do. And at that moment, she was just there checking my cervix. Oh my goodness, mama. Okay. So yeah, she was checking my cervix, guys, and my cervix. And I'm over here like, okay, laying down, and I'm having pain, a lot of contractions. And she was like, I usually don't do this, and I usually try not to warn the mom. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, take a deep breath. And I was like, why? She literally, guys, I never experienced that. That was like the worst thing of that whole night. Like, it was what she did to provoke my labor, like to activate it so much more. She literally already was checking my cervix and stuff. So what she did, she pretty much scraped my membranes a lot more. I think that's what she did. Or she physically opened me. So that's just, oh my God, that was so painful that I looked at my boyfriend and I just like wanted to really cry. She was already checking me, and when she did, she literally just I felt like she was digging underneath. Like, she was up in there. As soon as she did that, I kid you not, my contractions went from a freaking 5 to a 10, like 100. It just went like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking bad and so painful. Like, I remember, okay, I had to use the bathroom. And that's when she was like, I'm going to talk to my team. Like, maybe we could. I was like, you better not send me home now. She said after she did that, she did not check me for like a good half an hour later, like a good hour, almost 2 hours later. And when she did check me, I was progressing. Like, I opened up and I only went up to 5 centimeters. And she was like, okay, we're going to get you ready. We're going to send you upstairs because you can't go home now. I was like, good. Like, I can't go home because I'm already, like, I'm dilating quickly. So, they sent me upstairs, and I asked for epidural. I thought I wasn't going to be, like, I was going to be able to handle the epidural, but, like, I didn't want the epidural, but considering the fact that I felt like I was already, this is the longest I've been in labor. So, I was like, I think I'm going to be here for a while. So, as soon as I did the epidural, I was able to sleep. But it got to a point that my contractions did not go away with the epidural. It was so bad and like at one point, like they did it, and it started to feel good. Like I started to feel relief, but then it started going on my left side, right my right side, and it was the bottom side of my back, like the bottom right back of my back. Oh my god, I can't even talk. And anyways, so I just felt it all on my right side, lower back, and it's just so much pain. And I was like, I can't, it's in my back now. Like I had back pain. Like that's crazy. Usually I heard stories that back pain, labor pain, contractions are usually for boys. And I was like, I'm having girls. Like yeah, I feel it in the back. It was just so freaking weird to me. But I felt this so bad. And anyways, as soon as it started to feel better, I was able to take a nap. And I don't know, I probably fell asleep for a good hour and a half. And what woke me up was my boyfriend freaking snoring, because he saw that I went to sleep. It was okay for him, obviously, to go to bed. But then he started to snore and shit. And I was like, what the hell? Like, you hear, I stay out there, they had like a ginger ale can. I'm over here banging the shit out of like hitting. I'm like, yo, wake up, babe, wake up. And he is still snoring. I'm over here talking on, I even call his mom, like, he's sleeping. Like, what the hell? Like, what if I gotta go into like start pushing or something? And then here comes the nurse, the doctor that's already taking care of me. And I'm like, I'm sorry that he's sleeping. She's like, it's okay, don't worry about him. I don't care about him. I care about you. I'm worried about you. I was like, okay. Oh my goodness, mamas. Anyways, so yeah, so she was like, I don't care about him. I'm worried about you. I was like, okay. So she decided to check my cervix again. And at that time, I was only 6 centimeters by now. And I was scared. I'm like, wait, I'm not dilating. What's going on? Like I'm slowing down. And I was like, okay, maybe it was an epidural that now is like slowing me down. And then she was like, I'm gonna go talk to my team, and see, and we're gonna discuss on breaking your water, because it's ready to, it's already there, like it's at its peak to break. And I'm not doing it naturally. Like she's not like breaking my water. Like my water is not breaking at all. So she did that, and guys, she was not gone for like 10 minutes. She did that so quick. Within 10 minutes, I was able to wake up my boyfriend, and he wakes up and all this stuff, and we're just talking. Within like 5 minutes, she comes back, and with another nurse, she comes with a stick and she breaks my water. And as soon as she breaks my water, I get the shakes, and I'm like, because I get like nervous, and I was already shaking for like the whole time I'm in labor. Just I think it's like labor shakes, they say, and I was getting that a lot, and it was so bad. Like it was uncontrollable. Like I couldn't control my shakes. It was so bad. I know most comment down below if you ever got that. Like I don't think I got those labor shakes with neither of my other two pregnancies, but with her I had the labor shakes. I was shaky like crazy. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control it at all. So yeah, so when they come back, they break my water, and I see them like talking amongst themselves, and like, kind of like worried. And then I see when they're cleaning me out, like they're cleaning my area. I see that the towel is like brown or green, and I'm like, I start to like get worried. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And they were like, I'm gonna call NICU. And I was like, why? Like and she was like, we're gonna have NICU come assist us today, because the baby we found pooped in the water. So the baby, while she was inside of me, pooped inside of me, and that could cause the baby, when she comes out, have respiratory problems. She could come out not breathing. I literally at that moment got so scared. I started to cry, because I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what could happen? Is she okay? But they're assuring me that, NICU, the nurses for NICU are awesome, and everything, everything to assure the mom, that, I'm okay, pretty much. So they leave, and they're doing transition at that moment, because Now they're switching nurses from third shift to first shift, and at that time it's already like 6 something, about to be 7, and they're my nurses throughout the whole night. They were like, I'm so sad, we're not gonna be able to be there when she's born and stuff like that. I was like, okay, like I wish, because I really liked them. They were super good with me. And anyways, so as the new nurses are setting up and all that stuff, I'm just there laying down, and I'm telling them, like, they broke my water in within like 15 minutes. All that happened like in 15 minutes. I'm like feeling a lot of pressure. I'm like, oh, I feel like I gotta push, guys. And they're like, the new nurses are like, oh, it's okay, you're gonna feel that because, you know, they just broke your water, so that's just the baby, you know, getting ready. I was like, no, I feel like I have to push him. They just, it's okay, like, you know, it's okay. They, you know, they checked her heartbeat and she was fine. All of a sudden I see them like all over me, like trying to fix the, you know, the monitor. It's because the baby's heartbeat was going down. And the doctor comes in running. She checks with me and she's like, okay, you're ready to start pushing and stuff. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, they're like telling my boyfriend, okay, hold her here, hold her leg here. And I literally am shaking, like my legs are up and shaking, like they're like, it's okay, like, and I'm shaking because obviously I had the labor shakes. I could not control it, and I'm there pushing. I literally pushed for like a good 3 good push, and she was out. And I see like everybody setting up back there, like respiratory stuff, just to like pretty much to like revive her if anything. I was just so scared. Like I never had to experience that, and now that I'm doing this, I'm like, what's going on? But literally they came, like when she came out crying, and that was a good sign for them. So pretty much NICU, all they did was check her, like, you know, her heart rate, and they left like that. They just make sure she came out crying, she was breathing, and they left. Because if she would have never come out, like if she would have came out and wasn't crying, because you know sometimes a baby doesn't come out crying, they have to, like, you know, wake them up pretty much. They will have to obviously take her and do what they have to do. And I'm so glad that wasn't the case. Like that did not happen, because I honestly would have been going crazy, laid in freaking bed, not being able to do anything, and watching them try to save my baby. When I asked them what like exactly they do, the NICU does, and they said, well, the baby could have swallowed the poop, like drink that water and swallow the water that was the fluid, and it could cause, like, it could go into her lungs and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, so what can NICU do? And they said NICU has the, you know, better equipment that could suction her pretty much all the way. Glad that she came out crying and they checked her rate, she was good. So that's pretty much it when it comes to that. Literally after that, my shakes were gone. I think it was just all like part of the labor shakes and everything. I think after that, the worst is just breastfeeding. When you start to breastfeed, you feel the cramping right after, because they feel horrible. The cramping right after labor, guys, is horrible, because it feels like you're all over again having contractions, and it's just your body still contracting because you just had the baby. But I think that's just like the worst thing. I always had said that, like having freaking contractions, cramping right after labor, like when you're breastfeeding her. That was it. But yeah, guys, so I think that was the most scariest part for me, when obviously they had to call NICU. We was really scared, but I'm so, like I said, I'm so glad she was good, that wasn't the case. It happened so fast for us, like everything just was so quickly. And she was a Halloween baby. She was born at 7:12 in the morning. So due date was November 8th, and I did not want to have my daughter around like the last week of October or the first week of November. I actually wanted to pass my due date, and I just did that. I literally like had the baby like the same week. I was like, okay, it's okay. Another thing, I was like, I don't want to have a Halloween baby. I really don't. I don't like Halloween, and that's exactly what happened. I had a Halloween baby. to my surprise. What the hell? Raina? Raina, get up. My little one is literally on the floor, wrapped around a blanket, waiting for me. When she has 2 beds right there and she could lay down. What the heck? But yeah, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed my video. Let me know, comment down your your birth experience, your labor experience. Let me know how it was for you guys. What was the scariest part for you guys? Mine was obviously when they had to call. I'm almost done. Mine was when they almost had to, like, when they called NICU. That was like the scariest part for me. Just thinking of what could have happened. So make sure you guys drop a comment. Let me know how labor and delivery was for you guys. Let me know your scariest moment. Oh, her thing is turning. Let me know your scariest. Yeah. What scared you guys the most? And yeah, I would like to hear your labor experience. That's your sister. Oh my goodness.
Love her.
You love her?
Mm-hmm. I love her a lot.
You love her a lot? She loves you a lot too. You're her big sister.
Yeah, she smells good.
She smells good? You smell good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can smell my hair.
Okay, go over there. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this little quick story time. For those who didn't get to watch my last video, we are still in quarantine because we do have COVID. Well, I hope we don't no more. My oldest daughter was the only one that came out positive, because we didn't get a chance to go get tested because we already was in quarantine, and then we got really, really sick. So we actually went and got tested yesterday, and we still haven't gotten our results. But I'm feeling much better. I just have a stuffy nose. She is doing great. She did have a fever like the first day of when all this happening. She was also sick as well, and we were all sick. But now that we are all feeling better, we've been inside longer than those 5 days they say. We went and got tested, so we still haven't gotten like the results, like I said. So we're waiting on those results, and then we could obviously like leave the house or do more stuff. But as of right now, we're getting better. Well, we're good. We're just still in quarantine for safety until I get all the results of the girls back, my results, my boyfriend's results, and yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up for me. Comment down below, like I said, your birth experience, what you guys fear the most, what was so scary for you guys, what was not so scary. Let me know. I would like to hear from you guys, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to just go after your dreams. The sky's the limit. I love you guys. Bye.
I give you my heart.